For years, artificial intelligence felt like a niche experiment, right? Something tucked away in the IT department, something for the tech folks to tinker with. But that's all changed. AI is no longer some concept for the future. It's a present-day, boardroom-level priority. And for leaders, let me tell you, understanding it has become completely non-negotiable.
So let me just ask you straight up, is your business falling behind? Because right now, companies are splitting into two distinct camps. You have those who are adapting to this AI revolution, and then you have those who are going to be left in the dust. The stakes have honestly never been higher.
And this shift, it's just so stark. What used to be a little side project for the tech team is now the central strategic conversation for the entire C-suite. We're talking about a fundamental change in how businesses operate and how they plan for what's next.
Okay, so to make sense of all this, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about how AI barged its way into the boardroom. Then, we're going to define what a tech-fluent leader really is. After that, we'll dive into the advantage of moving early. And finally, we'll get into how you can start building your own edge, like today.
All right, first up, AI's grand entrance. Look, this whole thing has happened way faster than pretty much anyone expected. And the reason is actually pretty simple. People are experimenting like crazy, they're seeing what works, and the potential impact is just too massive to ignore anymore.
What's really fascinating is how AI is forcing these conversations across the entire company. This isn't just about one department getting a new tool. No, we're talking about fundamental rethinks of, well, everything. From automation and forecasting to how you interact with customers, and even the very way software gets built.
And that brings us right to the heart of the matter, the rise of the tech-fluent leader. This right here is the new make-or-break factor for success. In this new world, the biggest difference between winning and losing is going to come down to how tech-fluent the leadership is.
So what you get is this huge competitive divide opening up. On one side, you have companies led by people who they get it, They ask the right questions, they can tell what's real versus what's hype, and they act with purpose. And on the other side, you have companies that are basically frozen, paralyzed by a lack of understanding at the very top. They just can't prioritize, so they can't execute.
So what on earth do we actually mean when we say tech fluency? This is super important because there's a big misconception we need to clear up right away. It is not about being a technical expert.
Tech fluency is way simpler, and honestly, a lot more strategic. It's all about understanding how these new AI tools are going to fundamentally change your business, your day-to-day operations, your risks, and of course, your biggest opportunities for growth. See? It's a business skill, not a coding skill.
Let's just be crystal clear. Being tech-fluent doesn't mean you're in a dark room coding AI models yourself. Not at all. It means you have the strategic vision to see where AI can realistically deliver actual, tangible business value and where it's all just noise. And this, my friends, brings us to the payoff, the early mover advantage. Leaders who really grasp this idea and act on it now are building an incredible edge. And we're not talking about a one-time win here. No, this is an advantage that actually compounds and gets stronger and stronger over time. So how does this edge get built? It's a pretty logical progression. It all starts with building better data pipelines. That's the fuel for the AI engine. That lets you get your teams trained up way sooner. And because they're trained, they learn which workflows are best for AI much, much faster. And all of that comes together to create these internal playbooks that competitors, they just can't copy overnight. But there is one single thing, one major roadblock that can bring it all to a screeching halt. As one source puts it so well, AI initiatives stall when they lack authority. What that means is you can have the best technology, the smartest team on the planet, but if it doesn't have backing from the top, it's going absolutely nowhere. So the bottom line is this: your direct sponsorship as a leader, that is the difference. It's what separates a small, underfunded experiment from a truly transformational business initiative. Your personal involvement is what gives these projects the muscle to push past all the internal resistance and keeps them focused on real results. And we're already seeing the results. Early adopters are racking up measurable wins. Tech-savvy CEOs are the ones driving these projects, and they're leading to faster software development, smarter customer service, and insights that are actively cutting costs. These aren't just theories. This stuff is happening right now. Okay, this brings us to our final section. Your AI edge starts now. The focus here is shifting from just understanding what's going on to taking real, decisive action and actually shaping how this technology is going to work for your company. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this.
The companies that are winning aren't sitting around waiting for AI to be finished or perfect. Because guess what? That day is never coming. The real winners are the ones who are shaping it, molding it, and putting it to work for their specific needs, right now.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. 2026 is just around the corner, and the advantages being built with AI today, they're going to be locked in by then. So the question for your boardroom is no longer if you should adopt AI, it is what will your unique AI edge be?